Join Chewie and I as we learn about Star Wars 5th Edition. Today, I wanted to dig in more on the starships and start doing what I did with classes and start tackling the deployments. And today, I want to talk about the coordinator. Lacking any better analogy, the coordinator is essentially the bard of your group. They inspire everyone. They can even bolster other crew that are in other ships. Like all of the deployments, you get to choose a venture, which is more tailored to your particular character, and the deployment has a special list of things called collaborations. When I say that this class is much like a bard, you might not be surprised that a lot of these collaborations do require you to have a charisma bonus added to them. Some of those collaborations don't need a charisma modifier added to them. So if you happen to be a character with a low charisma, you could still go and learn a little bit about the coordinator role in a ship and still be able to be effective. I'm not going to go through all of the different collaborations, but I do want to point out that there are a few collaborations that will say something like, this will help you or another allied ship. If you happen to be playing in a campaign where you're kind of the only ship that's being involved and you don't have allies with you, maybe avoid any of the collaborations that happen to be only about allied ships. As long as it says that it also affects your crew, then it's a collaboration you can probably use. Another cool feat about this particular deployment is that it has a uplifting directive feature. So this essentially, once you get to a second rank, allows you to roll a die and you're going to save that number. And then anytime you need to, you can replace somebody else's roll on your team with whatever number's on that die. If you happen to roll high, that's great. But no matter what number you happen to get, it's going to be helpful if somebody else happens to roll really low. Other than that, most of the other features are about rallying and inspiring and commanding, basically using your charisma to try to give people a better edge in the combat. One thing I do want to point out is that all of the deployments tend to use a power die, and where that power die is located in the ship matters. Every single collaboration for the coordinator takes place at the comm station, which means that whoever is going to play the role of coordinator is going to want to be seated at the comms so that they can use the power dice that are there, and you're going to want to make sure that you have a power die locked in on that spot in the ship so that they can use their collaborations. If I look at this deployment as an overall, a small crew might not need a coordinator. A crew that doesn't have someone with high charisma maybe wants to focus on some of the other areas. But if you have a balanced party and you have enough members to sit at different stations, this could actually really help boost a lot of the multiple players in the group. Because what this character can do is take this role and be able to affect not just themselves, but everybody around them. Something that a lot of the other stations aren't able to do.